In June of 2019, East Tennessee Alliance for Animals was contacted about rescuing a mama dog and her puppies. And we just noticed something a little bit different about the smallest puppy. So she had some what appeared to be dislocated wrists and a lot of cuts on her. And they did x-rays and saw that her wrists were indeed dislocated. So we splinted her for several weeks using tongue depressors and vet wrap. And after being splinted for a while, her legs straightened up. She was still getting cut very easily. Just the simple play with other dogs and other foster puppies that I had would lead to really bad cuts and blood. Eliza was put through all sorts of tests. She had x-rays, she had skin biopsies, and they determined that she had Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. No cure for it. It is a genetic disorder, and it's a collagen disorder. So what happens is the collagen doesn't lay down strong. In Eliza's case, a simple scratch is actually going to open her skin. So risk of infection is really high. Her retinas are detached, which is another issue with Ehlers-Danlos in dogs. She can see they're just kind of cloudy. Eliza had the best attitude of any dog. She had no idea that she was any different from anybody else. I mean, just an overall good puppy. She didn't have a lot of accidents in the house, very smart, and I would just have to make sure that play wasn't too hard with the other dogs, but just the happiest dog ever. Now that we had a diagnosis for it, we could start looking for a home for her. I posted Eliza a lot on a group page for the Great Dog Adopters.
She saw the posts and started showing them to me, and she was like, look at this dog. Like, what do you think? Like, could we get another dog? I was like, I don't see why not.
Charlotte had commented on one of her pictures, and she was like, I love her so much and this, that, but I have another dog.
So we didn't really know if we were the right home for her because we have other pets.
We have Raven, who is our other dog.
With Charlotte being a vet tech, it was the perfect fit for Eliza, because Charlotte would take care of all of her wounds that she would get. So it was the absolute perfect situation. All of our dogs from the south, in order to get up north, are transported on a converted horse trailer. It is a 16-hour ride. So what I was really worried about was Eliza on that transport and getting a wound and it not being attended to until she got up there. We decided when Charlotte was ready, we were going to drive her from Chattanooga all the way to Massachusetts.
That way she wouldn't need to be on a big transport truck with potentially a driver who didn't know how to manage her condition or anything like that. I went to go meet her foster at the kennel after her transport, and it was like we already knew each other. I called her over and she walked right over and leapt into my arms and was licking my face and everything. She gets along great with our other dog and has right from the start. Our smaller cat actually plays with her more than our other dog does. They're like best friends.
And Eliza absolutely loves toys. Raven did not start liking toys until recently.
Eliza taught her how to be a dog.
Eliza taught her how to be a dog. And now they play all the time, whether they're wrestling on the couch, they're taking squeaky toys from each other.
Eliza's medical condition, Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, her skin gets torn very easily. That's the primary problem that she has. Even just running too hard, she can tear up her feet. Walking on pavement tears up her feet. So definitely a lot of bandaging, which has just kind of become a part of daily life. Like, we're used to it now. The ligaments in her joints are too stretched out as well. So she actually dislocated her hip about 2 months after we got her, doing almost nothing. She sidestepped off of a curb and her hip was out of place. She ended up doing well with medical management on that, and her hip is still out of place. I don't know, 9 or 10 months later, and she jumps on and off the couch and in and out of the
You would
car.
almost never know. She must have an incredible pain tolerance. She is always just the happiest dog.
She was running around in the snow the other day. She jumps
she
all
loves the
over
snow.
everything. You would not know that this is a dog who's always injured and currently has a hip out of place. And most of her toes are dislocated too, but she doesn't seem to care.
It doesn't seem to bother her. She's happy, for sure.
Definitely one of the happiest dogs I've ever met. Herself. Sorry, the whining that you hear in the background is Eliza begging for attention. She doesn't realize that she actually is already the center of attention right now.